For me, Ethan Nwaneri was just simply breathtaking against Brentford. He really took the game by the scruff of his neck and showed us all his ability. We all knew he had ability, but I feel like he really has come on and showed the sort of player he is. So I'm going to be analysing his performance through images, because obviously last time I got copyrighted, so bear with me, guys. So first, let us look at this. First action from Nwaneri, receives the ball on his stronger left foot. I really like that. That's quite positive. And it kind of does confuse the defenders, because it would almost make them think as though they've got to come, that he's going to come inside. They don't think he'll go on the outside. You know, he wants to stay on his stronger foot. But no, Ethan Nwaneri has that confidence to go either way. You know, he dribbles, showing the defender, not showing the defender, sorry, which way he does plan on going. And I feel like having a two-footed player in Ethan Nwaneri, this is what it enables. You know, when you have somebody who can go either on the outside or on the inside, defenders don't know which spaces and angles to cover. It really is good. And I feel like this game against Brentford, the rotations between Nwaneri, Timber and Ødegaard was really nice. I loved it. I really did love it. It showed that we can be and have this variety in the attacking phases. You know, sometimes Ødegaard would be the one receiving in this Nwaneri position. Sometimes Nwaneri will be where Ødegaard is. Timber would be where, you know, Ødegaard or Nwaneri is now. There was a lot of fluid rotations, and I think that's how you confuse these low mid blocks that these teams like to operate in. Here, of course, Nwaneri does that by going on the outside. I talked about him not showing where the defender he would be going. This was really good, you know, coming on the outside. Now teams are going to be wary. They're going to not try and block off that outside route. They'll try and block off the outside route, which will then leave Nwaneri this pace and the power he has to go on the inside. It really is a dangerous game, and I really like the fact now Nwaneri has this in his locker to go on the inside and the outside. Let's look at the next passage's play. One thing with Nwaneri, which I really enjoy, is kind of how he's always on the go and he's never static. A young player, you know, you can often admire your action and be like, okay, I've completed this pass. Okay, I've completed this dribble. Let me just sit back, relax, keep still, and just watch the play sort of play out. But with Ethan Nwaneri, that is not the case at all. He really is confident, and he does always want to think about what he can do next to influence the attacking third. What can I do? Can I dribble into this space? Can I receive, when I dribble into this space, can I then go and get into an area to receive the ball again? And this is what he does here. You know, he passes to Ødegaard with a purpose, then he runs back into a space where he can receive it again by Ødegaard. And this is something I really love. I love this from Nwaneri, the maturity to say, okay, I've done this, now let me think about how I can influence the game and, you know, contribute with either a movement to a goal or to assist. You know, and Ødegaard was really nice, was giving the ball to Nwaneri, saying, you know, what can you do with it? I believe in you. I know it wasn't Ødegaard's best game, but in terms of giving responsibility to Nwaneri to create, it was really nice, because you can often have a youngster next to you and you can be like, okay, you know, I have an extra burden to be creative, to try silly things. But Ødegaard, more times than not, he'd play that simple pass into Nwaneri as if he was Bukayo Saka. Here, another thing I love, which Saka did do, but this season, or for the past couple of seasons actually, Saka doesn't really do it as much. He doesn't drift inside with the ball to these central areas when the other team are in a defensive shape. He sort of always holds that width and allows Ødegaard to do these sort of movements. But this is what you get with someone like Nwaneri, who's a natural interior. He'll receive on these wide areas, then drive into the middle of the pitch, drive into these areas to then play a pass with purpose. It's always with intent and purpose. You know, when you see a player carrying at the pace that Nwaneri does, he always does it with purpose and with power and with this sort of courage. It really is impressive. We kind of forget he's 18 years old and he's doing this, or he might be 17, I think he's 18 now. He has this idea of, you know, taking responsibility, driving into the middle of the pitch because he's more comfortable there. And in the end, the ball is really good into the feet of Gabriel Martinelli, who can then drive. He can now say, okay, 1v1 Martinelli, you've got the pass into Marino there as well, do something with it. And that's what I really do enjoy. But even there, look at Ethan Nwaneri. He made that pass and now he's thinking, how can I influence the game? And he's jogging himself into the box. It's really positive play. And what I want to be seeing from somebody who's going to be playing this Saka position, because let's be real, no one's going to be able to out Saka. Saka provides something else that not any player, even across the world, can provide. But if you can influence the game with these little movements, with these passes, with these drives of intent, then it's going to be a major help. We're going to need this sort of stuff in the upcoming games. Here again, Ethan Nwaneri, he's magic. He is magic. It's not just movement, passes, you know, intent, courage. No, he's eliminating player with his skill here he is facing a 2v1. Maybe you think, okay, let me lay it off to Odegaard, let me lay it off to Tim behind me. But no, he really drove with purpose in this game. He eliminates one of the players and he gets to the byline, you know, going on the outside, using his right foot. It is a massive weapon when you're able to use your weaker foot. It really shows that you're comfortable in more than one zone. I feel like Odegaard couldn't do this sort of thing because he's not comfortable on his right foot, and that's okay. That's why Nwaneri's there. He's comfortable on that right foot, and he wasn't able to sort of, you know, pick out anyone in there, but he won us a corner. Again, you know, we're really strong with these corners. He put some great balls in. I'm not sure if you guys remember, this was the corner which was, you know, headed across and no one was quite in the backstick area. But I really did love this. A pace, intent, courage, all of those things. Ethan Nwaneri was showing it. And, you know, Brentford didn't really know how to deal with it. You know, this young player with all this courage and confidence, it can be kind of, you know, a shock to the system. Here again, Ethan Nwaneri faced in a 3v1. You can't even see him here. You can't even see that he's in possession of the ball. You've got Wissa coming over. Maybe here you think, okay, let me just hoof it down the line to Gabriel Jesus. Let me just go backwards. But no, I want to show you. Look where the ball ends up. That orange circle, that is where the ball ends up from Ethan Nwaneri in this 3v1 situation. It really is great. And see, Nwaneri on the move again. He's not just admiring, he's running already. Really love this. You know, a player who's able to sort of get out of these tight spaces, be a little bit magic, you know. In the second half, we also saw a nutmeg from him, and he just did a little bit too much with the ball where you think, okay, let me release it. But again, that will come with time and confidence where he'll know when to release the ball. But he has these moments of magic within him, and we just got to find him in these zones so he can operate and be confident doing the sort of things that Ethan Nwaneri does. Here again, another example, middle of the pitch. And this is why he's so good as an interior, because he's so comfortable in these middle zones. He can drive with the ball. He's got running power. He's got pace. He's got ability. You know, maybe here, you know, the arrow, it shows maybe he would pass that into Marino. But no, look where he goes. Darts forward, eliminates those two players from him. His pace, his power. He's almost like a 25-year-old playing in the Premier League. The confidence he has to go at his man and beat his man numerous times. It really is impressive. And I wish I could have got all the examples into this video, because it wasn't just once he did this. It was 2, 3, 4 times where he would do this, eliminating players through his brilliant skill. And I really love it. Here, another example. I think this is the final example from the game of Ethan Nwaneri, and it's the Saka-esque special. That ability to come inside and then whip a ball back stick. If he can do this on a regular basis, goodness, we are set. Especially with Kai Havertz and Marino, the height in there to get the accuracy on the crosses. This is the one that ended up being the Martinelli goal as well. The intent, look at where the ball is in the orange circle. It's in a dangerous area. The markers in there, they don't know what to do with it. And Nwaneri having this ability to do that, it is so key and so brilliant. If he can do a lot more of this, we'll be in business. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. Hope you have enjoyed. Make sure if you are new here, subscribe. Hitting the like button is also fantastic too. And until next time, peace.